I never thought I'd be telling this story. It's the kind of thing you see in movies, the kind of betrayal you think only happens to other people. But it happened to me. My name is Matt, and for 15 years, I thought I had it all. A beautiful wife, Alexis, 2 amazing kids, a house in a quiet neighborhood. It was the picture-perfect life. Or so I believed. Alexis and I met in college. She was vibrant, funny, and had this incredible energy that just drew people in. The cracks started to appear so subtly, I almost missed them. I tried to brush it off, telling him she was probably just watching funny videos. But his innocent question planted a seed of real, undeniable suspicion. I started paying closer attention. I saw the late-night texts, the quick, secretive smiles. The emotional distance between us grew into a chasm. We were living in the same house, but in different worlds. Our conversations became purely logistical. Who was picking up the kids? What was for dinner? Did I pay the electric bill? The warmth? The intimacy? It was all gone. She was always so careful with her things. A chat window was still open on the screen, and that's when my world shattered. It wasn't a work chat. It was a conversation filled with I love yous and I miss yous. It was filled with plans for their future together. Plans that didn't include me or our children. They were talking about a trip they had just taken. The same weekend she was supposedly on a business conference. They were exchanging photos. Photos of them in a hotel room, tangled in bedsheets, smiling at the camera. The man in the photos was Dan, her boss. "2 years of stolen moments, secret trips, and a whole other life she was living right under my nose. Every memory we had shared for the past 2 years was suddenly tainted. Was any of it real, or was it all a performance? I felt like a fool, a complete and utter fool. The man who thought he had the perfect marriage. When Alexis came home a few hours later, she was humming a happy little tune. She walked into the bedroom and froze when she saw me. She saw my face, saw the open laptop on the bed, and the color drained from her cheeks. The charade was over. There was nowhere left to hide. "Matt," she started, her voice barely a whisper. I just held up a hand. I couldn't bear to hear her voice. "How could you?" was all I could manage to say. "How could you do this to us? To our family?" The confrontation that followed was the ugliest, most painful conversation of my life. There were tears, accusations, and finally, the cold, hard truth. She didn't even try to deny it anymore. She said she felt neglected and unseen. She said Dan made her feel alive again. Excuses, pathetic justifications for destroying our family. She tried to say she still loved me in her own way, but her words were hollow. Love isn't deceit. Love isn't betrayal. I asked her to leave that night. I couldn't stand to look at her. Watching her pack a bag and walk out the door of the home we built together was surreal. It was the end of an era. The end of everything I thought I knew. The days that followed were a blur of pain and logistics. Telling the kids was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Seeing the confusion and hurt in their eyes broke me all over again. How do you explain to your children that the person they love most has shattered their world? The divorce process was brutal. We sold the house, the home where our kids took their first steps, where we celebrated every birthday and holiday. It was just a property now, an asset to be divided. If you're going through something similar, please know you are not alone. The pain feels insurmountable, I know, but there is a path forward. Seek help, lean on your friends, and hold on to what's real. For me, that's my children. They are my truth, and for them, I will keep fighting. I will keep healing. Thank you for listening to my story. If this resonates with you, or if you just want to see how we're rebuilding our lives, please consider subscribing. Your support means more than you know. We'll get through this.